60 win in the RRAC quarterfinal over Houston. We'll start with your general thoughts and opening statement.
I thought we maintained consistent effort on defense. I thought our effort on defense was consistent. I thought when our shots weren't falling and we had some pretty good looks and our free throws weren't falling, what kept us in the game was they weren't going up 7 or 8. For a bunch of freshmen in a first-year program to do that, that's a veteran win. And so for us to come in and not play our A game on offense, but to come out with the win when it was frustrating for everybody, we're missing shots, we're missing layups so they could put the game away. I think they were nervous, but when you play 5 freshmen out of your top 8 and they never played a game together, to come out with a win like that, that's pretty good. And it bodes well for the future. It bodes well for tomorrow because, we're going to make shots eventually. But I thought to do what we did, knowing it wasn't our best game, but it's always tough with HT, that's a pretty veteran win that we had today.
Fourth quarter, 53.8% from the field, 7 for 13. It was a pretty tight game up until that point. What was the adjustment made in the fourth?
Well, I remind them at the end of the third quarter, hey, despite how frustrating it is, we're still tied. We still have a win, and we believe because we control the tempo. If we control the tempo, I think in the fourth quarter it's favorable for us because we're going to tire them out, we're going to turn them over, and eventually we're going to make layups. And that's what we were missing. We were missing layups and free throws. Well, percentages are we're going to make some layups and free throws. The key was I had to remind them because I'm tough on them, and so I had to remind them going into the fourth quarter that we're still tied, but they can handle that. That's why we win.
Natalia, a big part of the offense tonight, 19 points, 2 for 3 from beyond the arc. Just talk to me about what went right in the game.
Confidence. Coach Minner gives us confidence all the time, practice, game day, and if my first shot doesn't go in, I'm going to keep shooting because he believes in me and so does my team, and I believe in them as well. So if their shot's not going in, we're going to keep shooting and we're going to keep telling each other just shoot the ball. Eventually it's going to go in. I took that in last night when he told me. Felt good, and my teammates were proud of me, but I let that go because one game at a time now, and I'm trying to focus on the games as we win and we move on.
Justin Jackson, Antler Sports.
Yes.
Coach, how are you going to bring the girls to implement the relaxation?
We're going to sleep in. We're going to sleep in and be ready. We got to make shots against Shreveport, but, I asked them, you want to come in and get shots at 10:30? They're like, no, we want to sleep in. I think 11. Oh, now you're making me think about it. But, no, we're going to sleep in, and then we're going to get some rest. So we get a little bit warm-up time tomorrow, right? Yeah. Yes. So we'll be fine. They're going to feel good. We're going to eat our post-game, and we'll be ready tomorrow. Pressure's not on us. We're not the number 1 team, but we make shots. Who knows? Who knows? Well, they're going to play 3-2 zone. It's real long, and so we got to make shots. The first time we played them, we turned them over 32 times, and so that's how we got a lot of our points. The second time, I thought we did a better job attacking their zone, but you got to make shots because they're going to force you to take tough shots with their length. They're real big, so you're not going to get a lot of offensive rebounds. So we have to attack their zone the same kind of way. We have some wrinkles ready for them, but we also have to control the tempo. In the game at San Antonio, we got back in the game by making them play fast with us. We also know don't have everybody, so that's going to maybe be an advantage for us. We have to turn this into we got to get this game in the 90s, 80s or 90s, and we have a chance. But, they're real good, and you just got to make shots against it because they're not coming out of the zone. They're not. So if you can get the zone, then you're going to get them. But they're a challenge, but we're looking forward to it. We got to take care of the ball. The other thing happened was we turned them over 32 times. We turned it over 31 against a non-pressing team. We got to take care of the ball. We got to go inside out against their zone. We got to make sure that we're making good passes because they tend to get a lot of tips on them. And then we just have to be tenacious on the long rebounds. If they're shooting threes, that should nullify their height. And so we'll see. It's two totally different styles. It's slow versus fast, and it's a bunch of grad students against a bunch of freshmen. So we'll see what happens.